Welcome back to Voice of Africa, the heartbeat of the continent where we bring you the latest developments, stories of courage, and milestones of progress straight from the heart of our nations. Today, we're excited to bring you an important diplomatic update that reflects not only Burkina Faso's growing influence on the international stage, but also the powerful friendships being cultivated across the globe. It's a story of partnership, development, and mutual respect. So buckle up, because this one's important for all of Africa. Before we dive into this remarkable report, we begin with a peaceful reminder. At Voice of Africa, we stand for truth, understanding, and progress. We share these stories not to provoke conflict, but to inform, uplift, and inspire a vision of unity and strength across the African continent. Our goal is to highlight cooperation, sovereignty, and development in a fast-changing world. Now let's get into it. This Monday morning in the capital city of Ouagadougou, an important moment unfolded that highlights the strong and strategic relationship between Burkina Faso and one of the world's most influential nations, the People's Republic of China. Captain Ibrahim Traoré, President of Burkina Faso and head of state, welcomed Chinese Ambassador Lu SHAN for a formal audience at the end of the ambassador's 3-year mission in the country. For those who follow African diplomacy closely, this is more than a farewell visit. It is a moment to evaluate the trajectory of Sino-Burkinabe cooperation and what it signals for the future of African alliances in the 21st century. Ambassador Lu SHAN's visit to the presidential palace was more than symbolic. It was a moment of reflection on a relationship that has matured significantly over the past few years. Speaking to the press after his meeting with Captain Traoré, Ambassador Lu emphasized the strategic nature of the partnership between China and Burkina Faso. He said, "China and Burkina Faso have established strategic partnerships, and our two countries support each other on matters concerning their vital interests." This statement is loaded with meaning. It shows that the relationship between the two countries goes beyond aid or temporary assistance. It is about mutual respect, long-term cooperation, and shared interests, something that many African nations are now prioritizing as they redefine their place in global geopolitics. Let's rewind a little. Back in 2018, Burkina Faso made a bold diplomatic move by re-establishing relations with the People's Republic of China, ending decades of recognition of Taiwan. This reset was a major turning point, not only diplomatically, but economically. Since then, China has been an active partner in several sectors across Burkina Faso, including infrastructure, healthcare, agriculture, and education. Roads, hospitals, and technical training centers are just a few of the visible footprints of Chinese cooperation. Fast forward to 2025, and Ambassador Lu SHAN is completing his mission, leaving behind a legacy of enhanced bilateral cooperation and ambitious joint projects. But what exactly has this cooperation achieved, and where is it headed? During his farewell address, Ambassador Lu made it clear the partnership is only just beginning to bear fruit. He noted that many projects are currently underway, with even more planned to reinforce this special relationship. He stated, "We are committed to working even more so that our pragmatic cooperation yields greater results for the development of our countries and the improvement of the well-being of our peoples." This kind of diplomacy is refreshing to see. It reflects a new era where Africa is not being dictated to, but rather negotiating and collaborating as an equal, a full participant in shaping its future. And that brings us to a key point. Africa's future must be in African hands, but partnerships like the one between Burkina Faso and China show that the continent can work with global powers on its own terms. As long as sovereignty and mutual benefit are at the heart of the deal, collaboration can lead to real, measurable progress. Speaking of progress, let's take a moment to reflect on the projects China has supported in Burkina Faso under Ambassador Lu SHAN's watch. One of the most impactful collaborations has been in infrastructure development. Chinese companies, funded by government-backed investment packages, have been instrumental in constructing roads, bridges, and public buildings. These investments are not just cosmetic. They create jobs, improve trade logistics, and boost national connectivity. Another area of impact is healthcare. China has been involved in building hospitals, providing medical supplies, and even sending Chinese doctors to work alongside local medical teams. During the COVID-19 pandemic, China was among the countries that donated vaccines and personal protective equipment to Burkina Faso. In the field of education and training, the Chinese government has provided scholarships and technical support to help young Burkinabe students access higher education in Chinese universities. This exchange of knowledge is helping to build the human capital that Burkina Faso will need for decades to come. It is these kinds of initiatives that define pragmatic cooperation, partnerships that are not just written on paper but felt in the daily lives of people. Now, if you're enjoying this kind of in-depth reporting and want us to keep delivering these important updates from across Africa, we want to take a moment to say thank you. Thank you to our loyal subscribers, dedicated viewers, and especially to our channel members. Your support helps us grow, expand our reach, and bring Africa's stories to the world. If you'd like to support Voice of Africa further, don't forget to use the Super Thanks feature. It helps us stay independent, produce high-quality content, and amplify African voices on the global stage. Whether it's a comment, a like, or a donation, it means the world to us. Now back to the story. As Ambassador Lu SHAN wrapped up his remarks, he expressed a deep personal attachment to the Burkinabe people. During my stay here, I deeply felt the friendship and solidarity of my Burkinabe friends. Personally, I will always be a reliable friend of Burkina Faso, he said warmly. It's not every day that a foreign diplomat leaves a country with such clear affection and admiration. It speaks volumes about the hospitality and resilience of the Burkinabe people, who, despite the challenges they face, remain gracious, welcoming, and dignified. So what comes next? According to Ambassador Lu, his successor will continue building on the strong foundation that has been laid. He expressed confidence that the new Chinese ambassador and the Burkinabe leadership will work hand in hand to expand cooperation and complete ongoing projects. This continuity is essential. In international diplomacy, long-term vision and sustained engagement are what drive meaningful transformation. Burkina Faso's current leadership under Captain Ibrahim Traoré has shown it is ready to engage the world with a bold new mindset, one that prioritizes sovereignty, development, and cooperation on equal terms. As the global order continues to shift, African nations like Burkina Faso are reasserting their independence and choosing partners based on mutual benefit, not colonial residue or political pressure. The era of one-sided relationships is fading, and in its place, a new model is emerging, one where Africa leads and chooses wisely. That is exactly what we are witnessing here, a proud African nation charting its own course, strengthening partnerships that deliver real value and ensuring its voice is heard on the global stage. As Voice of Africa, we are proud to document this journey. We will continue to bring you coverage that highlights the victories, challenges, and decisions shaping the future of our continent. And in this story of Burkina Faso and China, we see a broader lesson. Africa is rising, and it is doing so with dignity and purpose. Ambassador Lu SHAN's farewell is not an end, it's a chapter closing, with a new one opening full of promise. His words, "I will always be a reliable friend of Burkina Faso," are a reminder that diplomacy, when done with sincerity, can build lasting bridges between nations and peoples. So wherever you are watching this from, whether in Ouagadougou, Nairobi, Lagos, Johannesburg, or the African diaspora, know that the story of African progress is being written every day, and you are a part of it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video so more people can hear about Africa's victories, partnerships, and the leaders who are shaping a new tomorrow. Until next time, this is Voice of Africa, where Africa speaks and the world listens. Peace and solidarity to all.